Jake, this is Kefa. That's a good point. I was looking at the wrong one there. War reparations, dosh. Break up, break up. And give up your claims. At least that'll make Alodia like me a bit more. Bonnie's at it again. Take him down. Jings, they really want to rise up. That's that high aggression for you. Doesn't look like Nupe is converting lands, thankfully. Long may it continue to be that way. We got some bonny fish. Cape's back. Get the boats over to the Cape so we can bring you back sooner to deal with all these rebs. Bring together, get the infantry out. Get you all together in somewhere with decent supply limit, which is a non-existent thing around here, but get back anyway. And get you guys back on that boat up north. Down you go, peace you out. And we're good. Ajiran finally got colonialism. But those alliances are scary stuff. I need to keep an eye on when Mamluks and Ottomans go to war. It's bound to happen. Yes, yes, I know you want peace. We all want a piece of you. What happened to my claims on you, though? Ah, their spy detection isn't too shabby, so it's going up very slowly. But I still want those claims. The downside is if I make my peace... Hang on, what? Let's get rid of that. Yeah, it's the peace deals that I had drafted up earlier coming to bite me. If I take all that, which I will, Ajiran, Alodia, and you could join a coalition. Wait, no, you wouldn't. Why do you love me so much? I guess my conquests are just that just. Come to me. I'm missing out on a bunch of buffs that I had as a tribal nation. It's kind of painful to lose. Tolerance of True Faith is nice, but war score cost versus other religions is pretty sweet in its own right. Take it all. That means we managed to come and take the gold, which is what one's task should always be. And now we ready ourselves for the Rebs. I can completely get rid of this fort now. It's done its part. Mamluks might be an actual challenge, says Reinhardt. Right now you're robbing babies. Look, sometimes you just need to rob babies. Mamluks have 50k to their name. I'd rather not get on the wrong side of that right now. People are rejoiced when the local preacher Jagger was chosen to be the heir. They're rejoicing because they saw an end of his constant sermons. Okay, good job, Jagger. Jagger types too fast. I really need to get my army up, but manpower is suffering. God, I'd love to slaughter Nupe. Those alliances with Mali and Songhai turn me off a bit, though. It's not that they would be impossible to deal with, but it's far away and a pain to fight. If we look at Songhai, for example, 24k. 24k of Tech 9, sure, but still, 24k. Tuscany could give me that province, though. Maybe I should make a claim on it just to grab it. Doesn't look like you're converting either of these provinces, right? If you were, that would be a different story. Then I'd really want to jump the gun on it. But this province is so good. Natural Harbour, Marketplace, Estuary. Could you diplo-vassalize Mali? No, because the borders are very distant, but if they weren't, I could. And we know that Mali have a ton of cores. They're unfortunately the wrong religion. Could force them to be the right religion. But I don't know if feeding vassals and using that is a good way through it. I should just take the land aggressively and without remorse. There'll be 4 here eventually. I should use that opportunity to fight them out. I don't care so much about Mali, but hang on. If Mali are only allied with... How in the world does Mali get that Strong-High alliance? Hopefully Strong-High eats some debt at some point. There's a lot of claims and conquering that I want to do around here, but time is not on my side. Nor are my armies, nor my diplomats. I want a lot more claims on Ethiopia, so that I gun them down next. I need 2 claims on you. Then I need to decide who's a better target to take on right now. Bonneman will never get that one chord. So what I don't want is all this inland land. What I want is Ivory Coast and the gold. So Ivory Coast, which also includes this gold, so this, and insofar as I need to take these slave provinces. So that's here, and whatever comes between them. So a little bit of Strong-High, and you, and that also means Ashanti needs to die. But Ashanti can die. But that should be when I establish myself in the region somewhat. It's a lot to split myself, because if I'm fighting over here and then Mamluks comes a knockin', I have to pick and choose my fronts. Not to mention Ajiran is an unanswered question. There is Maravi as well, Kazambe and Kalundwe. They are teching up. And they won't just hand over that land. I didn't, however, start on my claims, which I really should. None of my colonies are almost done, but it would be nice to have a claim on Mali and start eating this up. But again, Mali have those alliances that really get on my nerves. Then again, if I peacefully vassalize them, that would be quite cool. Karagwe actually has some good development in manpower. Yeah, that's why it would be a pain to go into there. I can't have marriages, but... You know, maybe Mali as a subject wouldn't be that bad. But I directly want the land. Jenny, however, just have Jollof and Timbuktu, which is a far softer target to go for. When will you attack France? All in due time, but I will have to attack France because I've got this lovely colony in this trade zone that I'm needing. Okay, Mali. I am strongly considering trying to peacefully vassalize you. Should be fine if I'm on your border. I will consider that then. But that doesn't answer my question of who I'm meant to be claiming right now. Jeez, targets galore. I think we'll just claim Ashanti for now then. Walyata are going to be full-on annexed as soon as we can. They have coffee. Coffee is pretty great, especially when you have coffee Arabica like we do. There's a lot of conversions to do, but not here. These are nicely fetishist already. And since we are going full theocracy, we might have some extra bonuses to conversion at some point. Hello, Damot. I was born ready for you. Down you go. It's not hard getting that much money, just never spending it. You wound me, right? We do what we must. I've got what it takes for a fresh new claim on you. The question is, where's all your development? I should have gotten closer to Gondor. But I did not. I'll just start harvesting your land when we can. Ah, it's that province that I had a fort in just moments ago, and now I'm taking a bad fight in it. Goodbye, manpower. I knew you once, and it was good. Still, that took care of a bunch of the rebels. There's just a bunch more. It's the problem with this land. It's so diverse that it's got loads of... Oh, Christ, I don't have my cavalry here. That's kind of what I'm losing out on. So diverse, it means so many different rebel types. But we should take care of one of them and we'll be good. One round of them, that is. A couple of decent places for taxation. Oh, Mokka, why were you not producing extra for me? If it gives +10, then I'll accept it, otherwise I really won't. Mogadishu. I don't really care about you, Mogadishu. Take your unrest. Are you actually going to rise up? Didn't expect you would, but we are cruel. It's just a province of Mogadishu though, right? It is a nice province, but I can also just go thunk, because we have good bonuses to autonomy. Comes in our national ideas as well. It's kind of amusing to me that basically every other missionary bonus you'll stack throughout the game will only barely outdo that 5% event, says JJ Ho-Ho. It was a lovely thing to stumble across, and I did not know about that ahead of time. At least I don't think I knew about it. I think I'd remember knowing about it. Aden, Damar. Those are the ones we had claimed, so they came in faster. Hemorrhaging innovativeness is not nice. I do want that for the late game. I don't think I'm going to develop for the next institution, though. I don't think I'm going to wait on my next claim on you. I'm just going to get the highest development claim that I can and then gun you down. And that will be momentarily. An entire trading fleet has been lost at sea. Too bad. Morale is not what we're going to win our naval encounters on. I don't mind the clergy getting some extra influence, and I certainly don't want to pay to keep them down. They should be giving me this for everything I do for them. That yearly devotion could actually be very good for us. So it might be a good idea to seek their support, or perhaps even recruit a minister. Maybe even both, just to keep them sky high. Root a good Inquisitor won't last forever. So if we do this, keep them very high, and then take all that sweet admin. That kills a lot of bonuses, but I think I'd want to actually give them these ducats. I mean, we're drowning in them. Just to keep that devotion going up, because it's not really going up as much as I'd like. These guys can't get enough of me. You turned down 20% autonomy rise and raised it by 25, says Antorin. Yeah, I probably wasn't thinking about it that much. But that's exactly what I do. Not think about it much. Crevens again? Hold on, you just rose up. They rise up again? Maybe having this pop up and pause is a bad idea if we have it committed to, if we have committed units to it. They're not such a pain anymore, now that we out-tech them as much as we do. Oh, I was meant to start a war. Well, I can still start my war, but I need a diplomat free, and you are such a diplomat. I think it's triggering again with the notification when we arrive there. But I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. Once. You guys are getting the siege. Ah yes, Kazambe. I had forgotten about you. It was the reason I was hesitant to fight this war. Kazambe do have Tech 11. They're also allied with Marawe. They're going to be a bit of a pain in my rear end, I think. And if I fight you during this, I'm still going to have Kalundwe to deal with. This will be messier than I want it to be. If they spread out and siege this up, I'm going to be in quite a bit of pain. My subject just stays passive, which is fine. Still, I can't be afraid of these guys forever, or even ever. I don't like being afraid of people, so down you go, and we'll just deal with the fallout. Come what may. But I should really gun down Moravi, take over what's left of them. Just annex them straight up, I think, all into Lundu. Okay, this is going to stop. Pausing the game. Just pop up is fine, because these guys have it taken care of. You'd think they'd run out of natives at some point, but you'd be wrong. Okay, got it done. Leave behind a token force, spend the rest to liberate Harar. There aren't too many of them, but they do have cannons, so if they target my capital, the capital's in a bit of trouble. But there are so many forts here protecting this area that I don't worry too much about that. Although the Adenis, it's probably over here. Unless they rise up in Bayhan, that fort has it covered. Okay, we'll see what these guys do. Looks like they're going to gun down my capital, which is fine, except for the devastation. Getting rid of my delicious prosperity that gives me so much more gold income. Regardless though, I'm going to wait on this and then we're just going to sail on down and take care of them. We do have tech advantage over them. Actually, I don't need to wait. These guys are ready to rock and roll if I'm confident enough to send down 11,000. Which I feel confident enough to do. Scrunch you all together. Cut off the fat like so, and on we go. And down you go as well, so you can all be ready to join in the fun. Whew. Wow, we got Schmoobler, who's saying that he likes the whiskey ASMR videos. Someone has to like them. I don't know who watches those. Evidently not a lot of people, but I get my kicks out of them, so it's okay. Alright, let's save the capital. There's no deep meaning behind the whiskey videos. I drink whiskey, I enjoy it, and I want to make videos about them. Often the simplest plans are the best. Tempting, very tempting. But production efficiency +2 is hardly anything to write home about. Alright, see how well we perform in battle. We flank them, we have more morale, we have more tactics. That's pretty clinical. Now give me back these provinces. And let's go and bring down more units. The cog wall needs to grow. I don't like dedicating a lot of boats to cogs since it chews up force limit and doesn't give you anything immediately useful out of it. Did I spy Coffee Boom? I did. Oh, that's good money for us. That is Hello Dosh in Zanzibar, and who is this? Ah, right. That's just the occupations, nothing to worry about. Take them back and then advance on Kazambe, and then when Kazambe is burning down, we're going to move on the other target. Ethiopia is going to gun down Simeon, and that general with the impossible name has decided to leave us as well. Send in the cannons and the infantry. Get straight down to Kilwa. And then, despite how much this is going to cost me in terms of manpower, I would like both of you moving together into the enemy territory. Get over to Bukhwa. Did I send the wrong one? I didn't send the wrong one, but the general's back here. Damar, that's fine. It's protected by that fort, and it's a mountainous fort that'll hold forever. There go the natives. There go the natives. And you have them coming in. You're the ones that need to take down their capital. I think I will break you up with Moravi. Possibly just after I declare war on Moravi. I have the spy network. I need to claim Ashanti, and I will claim Ashanti. I could fight them immediately, but I don't want to risk losing these colonies. Don't need to keep spying on you. I always need to keep spying on Ethiopia, though. Damn you and your alliances, Adjuran. I need Ottomans to crush Mamluks, and Timurids to... I don't even know what would hurt Timurids. At least they're not allied with the Ottomans. The Ottomans have the fabled insulation from Akkayunlu, which is stopping their expansion eastwards. That's good, because it means they expand westwards, and that's always a lot slower. Jake, do you plan to do any uber hard campaigns in EU4 in the future? Bad ideas, guy. I know so is coming. 3 mountains are pretty hardcore. You also push Frostpunk to the limits, but it seems in EU4 you're content with difficult yet slightly more relaxing runs and are not using every exploit under the USN. I mean, I do like to relax. I don't go out of my way to only do extremely hard gunishing campaigns in general. I don't really feel like I have anything to prove. I do extremely tough things when I think it's going to be enjoyable. Whereas here, for example, I'm just having a good time. That didn't answer the question, though. The question was, will we have more of them in the future? And the answer is yes. It's just, I don't have a hunger for them right now, so it's not happening right now. I would not mind having that extra defensiveness there. However, I do like cheap. That's mill points for a while. Was that even the right one? Yes, yes it was. Just looked a bit pricey. But I can see there, 50% cheaper. Oh my, Nupe is going in for Tuscany. Tuscany's going to lose that one. Mali won't help you, but I'm more concerned about Stronghai. I'm going to make Stronghai a nation of interest. What's going on here? Mali's occupying Gabu. If Mali gets Gabu, and they no doubt want it, then they're going to become too big for me to peacefully subjugate. But I could peacefully subjugate them. Just need to boost up my own Diplo rep, and we'd be good to go. Ah, crumbs. Look who's down here. It's Kazambe. And their fort's going to be a pain to deal with. There's another way I could look at it. I could attack Moravi whilst Kazambe is under occupation. They'd break the alliance. And then I could probably make my peace with you. Not quite. Regrettable. No, we can't get up there. Oh well, if I've got to slaughter you, I've got to slaughter you. I won't lose any sleep over it, trust me on that. But I can't spend forever on these wars because we do have rebels up in the north. Ooh, that's a great investment. We're alright in army tradition, which is unusual but nice. I think you get malice for ongoing battles, Jake. That's right, the battle was ongoing, but it's not enough to peace you. And it's not enough to white peace you. Sorry, this fort won't last forever. That's not a ton of fort defense. Plus they're getting tied up with rebs, which is nice for me. Forgery of documentation. It gets discovered more often than not, and that corruption's already too much of a hit. Plus devotion for free. The way you look at that, from my point of view, is I see the top one costs 5 devotion as well as 0.5 corruption. God, could you imagine 50 corruption? I never play with corruption. I should start inventing a campaign where we max out corruption as soon as possible and just ride it out. But the events are terrible for it. Well, not terrible, but very punishing. I don't even know what Hobyo is. Okay, but it's not one to care about. Yeah, neither of these are really worth considering, but that trade power could help. It is there after all, and I want that Gulf of Aden trade. Oh, that's right, I moved you over here to collect, and you get paltry sums. However, it should have boosted my power here, because suddenly I have transfer trader downstream plus 21 trade power. At that point, it's probably better to bring it down to the Cape where I collect. I hemorrhage a bit, but I'm grabbing more and more of the Ivory Coast. Okay, you're down and out. I can piece you out however I want, which is definitely your money and definitely your relationship with Maravi. Are you allied with Karagwe? Or what's your story there? Got an alliance with Chokwe, who I don't care about, Cuba, who I don't care about, and they're not going to exist for much longer. Shame I can't take your lands, but I can take your money, and I always like to take the money. Then again, it's kind of wasted to break that alliance, because there's another way that I can rather easily break that alliance right now. Kalundwe get involved, and that's a pain, so I should be in position to deal with that. But if I declare war on you here and now, then that's the end of that. I'm taking Kalonga, and my subject will get involved, so I can feed it straight in. And then you say no to that alliance, and I can spend my war score on anything else. Wait, you still have an alliance? What? Oh, you won't even be asked. Right, my mistake, my mistake. And it was my mistake. See, there's a lot of things you forget about in this game. Well, there's a lot of things I forget about in this game, but I forget lots of things in general. I'll end that rivalry just to milk you for a bit of prestige, and that's all there is to care about in my view. Because you don't have Tumbuka. If you do a corruption run, you should play Somalia. I don't like doing runs that are right next to where we've just done previous runs. Also, we all got black flagged, so let's get back. Also, you're gonna go. Also, keep those claims going on Ethiopia. It's good to be bad. Blobbing out is nice, but blobbing in Africa is... it hurts in a lot of ways. Timurids would not help Ajuran because of current wars. Mamluks still getting involved is a pain, though I really need Ottomans to attack Mamluks. Ah, right, the Ottomans are attacking Timmy, so it's a case of pick your poison. They still are far too strong for me to consider, so that's a straight up no from me, thanks. I could win it, but it doesn't seem an economical fight to take. Would you consider a max corruption run for Ming? I know it's large, but the way Ming works might make it... I'll consider it if there's a good idea for it, but I only do runs that I think I'm going to enjoy, and I'd need to think up a good thing that I would enjoy there. Max corruption on its own isn't a great idea. I'd probably have to sit down and figure out how it all works and what all the events are and see what would work there. Anyway, it's an idea in my head, but it needs to be developed. That's the long and short of it. It's very important to me to only do campaigns that I figure I'm going to enjoy. Otherwise I end up with the Timbuktu problem. I could take you on in TT instead, but you're not locked in. This is alright though, because this way I slaughter Maravi whilst the other guy is locked. And I do use my awesome general. And you don't have an awesome general. You have a very not awesome general. You turn back, you'll be here on the 29th. You're locked in, and that's very, very bad news for me, because you do get there in time. And I could have cleaned up if I just won that first battle faster. I should get Kalundwe out of the war first. This is a problem, though. This is a growing problem. I really should have given it a defensive edict earlier, but I'm doing